Okay.
Okay.
Here we are. She begins with a yawn.
Yes, excuse me. I wish I had coasters.
Yeah. You don't like paper towels or
I feel,
classy?
very cheesy.
Yeah. We could maybe rustle up something a little classier for next time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We got dressed up for the podcast.
Yeah, we got a little dressed up. We were thinking about how, if you're a listener, you don't even know what we really look like. Isn't it funny listening to the podcast or you listen to it, you don't even know.
I know. There's some, I still have no idea what they look like. Like my Roman Revolution, the Revolutions podcast I listened to. Kevin Stroud, I think is his name. No idea.
It's only the big ones.
Yeah.
The big ones, and then there are some that put their video on Spotify, or maybe they're big on YouTube and you have an idea. So if you're listening, maybe you don't even know what we look like other than the facsimile on our logo. But if you're watching on YouTube, sometimes we scrub it a little bit.
Well, we thought we should dress up because we are, and sort of dress a little bit rock and roll because this is like a rock and roll podcast.
Oh, yeah.
So, and because I'm in fashion, we have to merge fashion and music.
That's true.
Mashin.
Turn to the left.
Or music.
Turn to the right. Or how about just turn around? Turn around.
Bright eyes.
Where in the bathroom, I want to ask you this, because I'm taking a little bit of a victory lap right now. Just a little bit. Just a tiny bit of a victory lap. Not a victory lap like in our relationship, but just in my own world.
Oh.
In the bathroom this morning, we were talking about today's song.
Yes.
And I said, do you remember what I said about the song? I said, what if this song was...
Yes, I remember you said if it was written by the Meatloaf writer.
Yeah.
It is?
Yep.
Oh my God.
There was something about it.
Prescient.
Well, when we were playing it this morning, and I was like, this song is like Jim Steinman, right? Jim Steinman. It's that over-the-top, bombastic, even the way the singer sings it.
Does he produce as well?
He produces it as well.
Okay, because it's like that's the thing that's most telling to me. We haven't said it yet, except we did.
Oh, we did say it, yeah. So today we're going to go with Total Eclipse of the Heart.
Yes.
Do you remember the name of the artist?
Bonny Tyler.
Bonny Tyler. Mm-hmm. I'm going to start with this little nugget.
Okay.
To kick us off here. Let me see where I have my research, my 20 minutes of research. From an article from, this article's from 2024, about a year ago. It says on April 10th, there was a total eclipse of the sun. And that led to a total eclipse of the heart for many music fans to jump on and stream it. The Tyler Power Ballad as a way of celebrating the celestial event. The song roared up the music charts during the day and even reached number 2 on the Apple charts.
Wow.
On Spotify, streams of the song increased nearly 50% in the U.S. in the week leading up to the eclipse, and the platform expected to see an even higher increase after the eclipse.
Wow, how interesting. Like, I wonder, like for, say, Groundhog's Day, we need to write that song, a Groundhog's Day song.
Well, it's like...
I feel like we would get guaranteed money
it's like
at
Prince
least
writing
once a year.
1999, and then it really paid off later.
I know, but that was a one time. Like Groundhog's Day is every year.
Yeah, it's true because eclipses aren't that often.
Right.
But, okay, how about this? And listeners, watchers, put in the comments what you think about this.
Don't steal our idea, listeners.
Yeah. No, we'll come after you. We're litigious over here on this podcast.
Right.
But listen to the other users' playlists about the eclipse. And it is Total Eclipse of the Heart even the best song for the eclipse? Here we go.
Oh.
Here are the other ones. Ain't No Sunshine.
Bill
by
Withers.
Withers.
Any Day I Love.
Here Comes the Sun by the Beatles.
All right.
Eclipse by Pink Floyd. Love that song. Bad Moon Rising. And Black Hole Sun by Soundgarden. So for an eclipse event, actually, what's your pick there?
I think Black Hole Sun is.
I know, Black Hole Sun, right? And it's also kind of like a...
It's just dark, Black Hole Sun.
Yeah.
Won't you come?
The Eclipse by...
R.I.P. Chris.
Yeah. R.I.P. for sure. Okay, anyway. So today it's Total Eclipse of the Heart by Bonny Tyler. Do you remember this song at all? Or did you...
Yeah.
You had the idea.
I know.
But why, what
because
was it?
I heard it the other day I was listening to my daily list.
Daylist.
Which I love.
Daylist playlist, yeah.
Yeah. But it showed up as early morning ballads, like power ballads.
Right, yeah.
So what's so funny about that is why does Spotify think I want early morning ballads? They're like bombastic. In the morning, you don't want that.
But you know what, though, as we're going to see later, I can't read the exact data, but a UK poll found this was one of the top 10 songs that Brits like to sing in the shower.
What a random poll. I thought
songs you like to sing in the shower. So maybe Daylist is like, wow, I mean, it's the time of the day you might get in the shower.
But maybe
I'm assuming Daylist doesn't know when you shower. I mean, have they reached that level of like surveillance? Yeah, on these apps, but
they know.
They know. Okay, they hear the water come on. They're like, you might want to hear.
No, I think it's more. You know what I think? Like as I'm rethinking, I'm wondering if. You know how you can set your alarm? Like, what if this is a alarm sound?
Yeah, what? That's it. Wait, the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you can do that.
Every now and then I fall apart, and that's what wakes you up.
Well, you can do that on your phone. You can set it to be music to wake you up.
Yeah, I know, but I don't think I want.
You don't want.
But
you don't want that line waking you up.
No. What song would you have wake you up?
I actually used this feature for a long time.
What was your song?
It was this Decemberist song. Decemberist, love Decemberist, one of my all-time favorite bands. But
what about Mumford and Sons?
Mumford and Sons.
He hates
so much.
Mumford and Sons.
God, Mumford and Sons.
Isn't it the same?
No, it's not.
Okay.
No, this is you know what Mumford and Sons. There's this scene in The Last of the Mohicans. The Mohicans. Did you ever see that movie?
I mean, yeah, 100 years ago.
Okay. Daniel Day-Lewis and Madeline Stowe, right?
Right.
So there's a scene where the context is he has to go. Whatever. It doesn't even matter. He has to come back. And he says to her, wherever you go, whatever you do, I can't remember. I'm just paraphrasing here. I will come back for you. Something like that.
Gross.
Anyway, to me, that's every fucking Mumford and Sons line. Every line they sing is that, I will come back for you. It's like, just calm the fuck down.
But is he saying in the first place that he's leaving?
Yeah.
And that he'll be back? Like he has to.
In the film, it's quite romantic. It's nice. It's
no,
intense.
I mean in the Mumford.
I don't know. It's everything he says. He could be talking about like he needs to go to the store and buy milk. And
then
like,
I will be back.
I will buy whole milk. I'll do it. And there's some fucking banjo jangling in the background. I mean, God, guys, just stop.
Wow.
Sorry, Mumford and Sons. I'm sorry. They're one of the few bands that are just X'd on my list.
Okay. Let's move on. I hope we don't get a lot of hate for that, babe.
Hey.
That was very hateful. Sorry, Mumford and Sons. I don't really care.
I'm not sorry. Okay.
Okay.
That's my opinion. All right. So today on the show, Bonny Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart. What are we drinking today?
Let's go.
What are we drinking today, babe?
Whispering Angel Rosé because we are out of any bubbly, which is disappointing.
It is. But we're going to the rosé, as Mumford and Sons might say it. Whispering Angel.
I thought they were whinier than they were.
Oh, that's true. That was more like who's the band that sang "You Remind Me"? Nickelback. That was more like Nickelback. What I just
you're
right.
You're Nickelbacking.
Sorry,
Nickelback instead of Mumfording.
But Mumford back, Nickel, Mumford. I don't know. Whatever. Nickel and Sons. Okay.
Nickel Ford.
All right. Let's go to the show.
Let's move.
All right, we're back.
And we're back.
We're back. Cheers, babe.
Oh, do you want to? Oh, you could do a Mumford and Sons back. And we're back.
No, I'm not going to do that because I just sound like Nickelback. We're Nickelback. Oh, we can say we're back. We're Nickelback.
Hey, everyone, we're Nickelback.
Okay, so there are so many fucking cool tidbits about this song.
Okay, let's go.
And okay, so here we go. Total Eclipse of the Heart is the lead single by Welsh singer.
Oh, who knew? I love a Welsh accent.
Bonny Tyler from her 5th studio album.
I was in the studio.
Faster Than the Speed of Night.
Ooh,
I kind of
play on words.
I kind of like that title actually though. Faster Than the Speed of Night. 1983. Written and produced by Jim Steinman.
Good call, babe.
Okay, so our Meatloaf guy.
Mm-hmm.
So the song, a duet with Rory Todd, because it's the person who's basically saying, turn around.
Right.
I mean, would you call it a duet, though? Would you call the song a duet? Rory Todd to me feels almost more like a backup.
Ancillary. Or
ancillary.
Feature. He's a feature. Like in all the rap, like if Snoop comes up and
featuring.
featuring Snoop Dogg or whatever.
This was Tyler's biggest career hit.
Yeah.
It became the 5th best-selling single in '83 in the UK, and in the US, it spent 4 weeks at the top of the charts, keeping another Steinman song off the spot. And that song was "Making Love Out of Nothing at All" by Air Supply.
Out of nothing at oh my God, exactly the same song.
Yes. So Jim Steinman.
Same. Does he write for Bryan Adams as well?
No, these are way too bombastic for Brian. Brian's breathy, but he's not this like dramatic.
I don't know. This like I think of her, this song in particular is the Bryan Adams version of a female.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I know. I was my thoughts were like the performance here had to me like Janis Joplin vibes, which maybe sounds like too much of a compliment, but she has that like she reaches that level of like voice breaking, like.
Yeah, actually, where you're kind of going like as you listen, you're kind of going,
yeah,
like trying to clear your throat.
Yeah,
like so, you could feel like it hurts you to hear her singing.
Yeah, exactly. The song was nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Female Pop Vocal Performance, and worldwide, the single has sales in excess of 6 million copies.
Wow.
Yeah, let's go to let's just go to some lyrics here, and then I want to come back to some of the background because you're gonna love the genesis of this song.
Okay.
No, it's like.
But we can't forget to go to look at all the songs that were charting.
No, we will. I actually quite like the structure because the structure of the song is like I thought Steinman wrote like a really cool like repetition. So each stanza begins with every now and then, and then the stanzas, at least in the first verse, I get a little bit lonely. I get a little bit tired. I get a little bit nervous. I get a little bit terrified. And then there's why. You're never coming round. Listening to the sound of my tears. The best of all the years have gone by. I see the look in your eyes.
I mean, it's kind of deep. And every single one of these stanzas, is this a stanza? This little bit?
Yeah.
Is started off with the turn around.
The Rory.
Yeah, whatever.
Rory Dodd.
It's a guy, isn't it?
And I think it's a woman.
Oh, it is? Okay. So featuring the feature.
Yeah. F-E-A-T period, Rory Dodd.
Yes. And so the turnaround and then, so it's kind of lovely.
Yeah.
You know, if you were reading it as a poem, you know,
that repetition.
And you're never coming around. Just the, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, there's
when they have to apostrophize something that's normally, but that's very, what do they call that? That's like poetic license, right?
Well, because you're trying to get the
right,
the cadence.
Yeah.
So
it's almost like in haikus, you have to do that shit.
Yeah.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to the sound of my tears. How loud are tears?
The sound, well.
Not loud.
Bonny Tyler's might be loud based on how she sings the song.
They're pretty quiet. They just squeeze out of your eyes and they're water
you think
that sticks
Jim
to your
maybe
face.
overshot on that line.
I think that line, I'm sure there's something else that was louder than tears.
It starts to crescendo with now the turnaround becomes turnaround bright eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What's bright eyes to you?
Actually, I love this line because it's just the height of cheese. Like when I think of it, I think of like a cartoon character, like which actually is turning around and like being blink blink and huge anime eyes with little sparkles in them, almost like you know. Oh, there's characters like this, but they're shyly turning around half their upper body and looking at you and blinking. And the blinking makes a sound like clink, clink. And their eyes are like half the size of their head. You know, the kind of eyes with lashes that would create a wind, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And those are the bright eyes I'm picturing.
Those are bright eyes. But when the bright eyes come in, every now and then I fall apart.
Yeah. So bright eyes and falling apart seem like incongruous or incongruous.
Yeah. So every now and then, and I think then we get into some more stanzas.
Now she's angry.
I get restless. I feel a bit
I've got
helpless.
to get out and cry.
As we start to build towards the chorus. Now,
but also, so they're together. I'm lying like a child in your arm.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking they're separate, and she's singing like to this person.
It does feel that, yeah. And that's why the idea for the song took me by surprise. I'm not going to lie. Now, it's Jim Steinman, so maybe I shouldn't have been terribly shocked.
But a man writing a song for a woman,
right,
who's saying, I'm lying like a child in your arms, is a little creepy.
Yeah, well, here we go.
Okay.
I just want to get a little more rosé.
Okay.
Before I tell you what this song's about.
Oh, gosh. Now I feel very excited about this.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So, here we go. Rosé. Okay, so it goes like this. Steinman said in an interview with Playbill about the inclusion of the song, he had actually written a musical called Dance of the Vampires later, but he'd written the song earlier for that. And he said, with Total Eclipse of the Heart, I was trying to come up with a love song. And I remember I actually wrote that to be a vampire love song. Its original title was Vampires in Love. Because I was working on a musical of Nosferatu, the other great vampire story. If anyone listens to the lyrics, they're really like vampire lines. It's all about darkness, the power of darkness, and love's place in the dark.
Wow, so that's bright eyes, I guess. Like if you're a vampire, you have bright bloodlust.
Well, hold on. Let's go back to the lyrics now.
Yeah.
Now that we've considered that. I'll go back to the very top. Okay.
Turn around.
Every now and then I get a little bit lonely that you're never coming round. Every now and then I get a little bit tired of listening to this. I mean, is she's fallen in love with a vampire?
Maybe vampires have loud tears.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe
they do have some like weird.
But how would they even have tears? I imagine all the liquid is drained out of their bodies. They're just like pallid. Like,
do vampires drink water?
No, they would throw it up, and like what we do in the shadows, they vomit anything.
Oh, what we do in the shadows, yeah.
That was our first fight, I think.
That was a fight.
It was a learning of taste level.
Yeah, you love that movie.
I love the movie What We Do in the Shadows. It's one of my favorite movies, comedy movies of all time.
Yeah.
And I was so excited for Dan to watch it early in our relationship.
Yeah.
Of 2.5 years now. But then for 6 months.
Yeah, it was early.
And he really couldn't even get through it.
Yeah, I had a hard time. It's not.
And I can't even believe he's admitting it now.
It's not that I don't appreciate the humor. I think
that's exactly what it is.
I just couldn't believe it was like a movie. I was
oh my God, it's so good. It is so, and I've watched it multiple times. So I could watch it endlessly.
So in that movie, they can't drink water.
They can't eat or drink anything. Okay. They vomit like blood.
Because I'm just tapping into my reservoir of knowledge of vampires from
they call them
Twilight.
chips because it's in New Zealand.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Twilight. Like you have so much better. Oh, his highbrow vampire movie,
the worst.
Twilight.
The acting.
Oh, like I'm even sure that's way more.
Way more what?
Researched and accurate. Like,
accurate.
Oh,
wait, how can a movie not
Interview with the Vampire?
Yeah,
I
sure,
think
right.
that's the most accurate of all of them.
Yeah, but how can a film about fictional people be accurate?
Yeah, exactly. You're bringing up Twilight.
Right, but you're ridiculing it as being like less accurate than You in the Shadows.
Well, less perfect. You can't. What is it? You can't quantify one of those. Oh, I'm such a modern jackass.
Yeah.
You know, like perfect. Perfect can't be modified because it's already.
Yeah, well, that's
perfect is the end of it.
Well, yeah, unless
perfect
you're writing the Constitution.
I know that he did, right? But you can't
a perfect union.
Say like mostest.
No, I yeah, I get it.
But I was saying about something, or you were, one of us was.
So Steinman wrote for Meatloaf, right? Meatloaf, we'll get to Meatloaf in later episodes, but according to Meatloaf, Steinman, the writer of the song, had written this song along with Making Love Out of Nothing at All, the Air Supply song, for Meatloaf's album Midnight at the Lost and Found. However, Meatloaf's record company refused to pay Jim Steinman, and he wrote separate songs himself. Total Eclipse of the Heart was given to Bonny Tyler. The other song was given to Air Supply.
Imagine.
I mean, Meatloaf would have fucking killed this song, though. Can you picture him singing that?
Okay, but let me just say, killed it. But can you imagine the over-the-topness of this if Meatloaf?
The song's pretty over the top,
It is, I agree, but he didn't need any more over the top.
It's like he didn't need Meatloaf to...
Already, he's, I don't know, but it might have just like nailed him. I'm sure, I won't do that, is in the pantheon of great songs in that album people love, and people love Meatloaf and all that.
That came later, though. I mean, at that point, he was
already revered.
He was famous for Bat Out of Hell with Paradise by the Dashboard Light and these songs.
When was he in Rocky?
Yeah, around the same era, so late 70s, early 80s. But it's interesting because, on the Wikipedia page, there's some confusion or disagreement about who exactly did Steinman write this song for, right? Some people claiming he wrote it for Meatloaf and they turned it down, and others saying, no, he wrote it for Bonny Tyler because he thought she would nail it. This is her 5th album, so she's like an established artist already by this time.
But how about the fact that who wouldn't pay him?
Well, according to this, it says... Meatloaf's record company refused to pay Steinman. So maybe it was like...
What a blunder, right?
But also, he's writing all of Meatloaf's music, so why would they not do that?
That's so crazy. If this is true, I mean, it's crazy because those would have both hit with Meatloaf, too. Mm-hmm. Like, they hit with Air Supply, and probably that probably was Air Supply. Did it make Air Supply, or were they already happening? They were already a thing, right?
I feel like Air Supply was already. I mean, honestly, I don't even know that much about Air Supply.
I don't know really much.
Let's take a quick detour before we take a break and then go to the music video. Air Supply is a soft rock duo from Melbourne, Australia.
Oh,
did not know that.
Neither did I.
They had, let's see, 8 top 5 hits on the U.S.
Oh, All Out of Love.
Lost in Love, All Out of Love, Lost.
Well, all about love. Oh,
these names sound like really bad poetry.
Sweet Dreams. Is that Heart? Sweet Dreams.
No, it's These Dreams, I think.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't really know.
Even the nights are better.
Yeah,
from Arthur.
There you go.
All Out of Love. I can't live.
You know what's so funny to me about the Wikipedia page? And this is like, if you go to Wikipedia about a band or any kind of artist, the moderator of the page never puts the most flattering vintage picture. They always put the most recent picture. I mean, Air Supply was big in the early 80s, but the person has decided to put a picture of them playing in Denver in 2023.
Yeah, and the worst part,
the worst.
They look. It's so unflattering. Oh my God! Yeah,
Yeah, I mean it's really bad.
What are they called? The nether regions.
I mean, look at this.
Well, they both have their hair.
Wow, that picture. So And that's always amused me when you look somebody up and it's like, why is that photo?
But I feel like that's on Netflix too now, like when it has all the stars, like even if you're watching, like I was watching an Agatha Christie from like the 70s with,
oh my God, if it was Agatha Christie you watch.
No, stop. This one was really a movie though. It was Under the Sun. But no, you know who was in it? Maggie.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey.
Maggie.
Dame, whatever. But
Maggie Smith.
Yes, Maggie Smith.
So good.
But she's the hotel owner.
Yeah.
On this like island, in like the Caribbean or something, and she's just so adorable, and her outfits, and like I love to watch them for the fashion. It's like the things they're wearing, and they're all so bloody tan. It's like.
Well, what were you saying about Netflix though? They show like the worst photo.
Oh yes, so they have a picture in that movie of Maggie Smith now. So then you're like, because she's so cute and young and tan. She's probably in her 30s in this or 40s or something. Right? Well, I know she's dead, but it's still, they're showing.
Yeah, they're showing like the Downton Abbey.
Yeah, Downton Abbey picture.
The Harry Potter.
She's about
Maggie
to die, Well, as the Dowager Duchess.
Oh my God, so good. Love Maggie Smith. Mm-hmm. All right, we're going to get a refill. We'll be right back with the music video, which will harken me back to, I think, the second episode where I showed Becky the video to Starship.
Oh, the worst video.
Yeah, this one will also bring you some gasps.
Gasps of joy?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll be right back.
Okay, later.
All right. We're back.
And we're back.
And we're back.
I've always wanted to say that.
You just said it.
I know. So now I got it out of my system. Cross that off my bucket list.
The single for Total Eclipse of the Heart. You can see it if you're on YouTube. You can see it there. What's in the center? Becky was just wondering.
Oh, to me, it looks like some kind of meditation focal point or something.
It's got strong, like, a Hindu vibe, isn't it?
Yeah. But maybe it's some, like, Druid, Welsh, Celtic something.
Yeah, might be. By the way, Bonny Tyler, let me just go here for a second if I have it here. Do you remember this song? I'm Holding Out for a Hero?
Holding out for a hero. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, that's also Bonny Tyler. I didn't know that she had any.
Wait, that's from a movie. Is that from
Footloose?
Footloose.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Bonny Tyler.
Shoot, I wish you would have let me come to it.
Sorry. Should we restage it so that?
No, because it's too late. You said it. I was just about to say you didn't give me a moment.
Sorry. Okay.
But
anyway, Holding Out for a Hero.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah.
That hair.
So let's talk about the video. I'm just gonna play it here. I'll put some stills on the screen because it was a little surprising. I'm not gonna lie, a little surprising. I'm gonna play just through the first 30 seconds. What singer do you get vibes from in the beginning here?
Shoot.
She's in some kind of.
You know who? Ozzy Osbourne.
Oh, Ozzy Osbourne's a good call.
Total Ozzy.
I was thinking Stevie Nicks. There's a sort of like.
Yeah, but the way that bird flew in, that seemed like he's going to bite the head off. Like here, and now we're in like this.
It's like
the window. What? Bright eyes.
Yeah, well, this guy have too. Laser eyes. Well, yeah. So she's walking through the halls of this like English manor, and there's like
high creepy, like The Shining.
The schoolboys with their shirts opening,
and she's walking down a hallway with arched doors with her hair too. Let's just talk about let's her hair. Let's
go for it. All right, let's go for
it. It is my mom's hair.
Yeah.
So like to have, oh my God, it's like teased and sprayed.
1983?
I know, it's the worst. But anyway, moving on from there. Also the makeup. I can't really say anything because of my makeup right now. But anyway. Okay, moving on. She's walking, candles.
Yeah, candles. Okay.
And also the flowing silk.
Yeah.
Silk blowing in the wind in color, sheer silk.
She looks in one door and there's boys. Because to me, then it's like, is this house she's in some kind of like boarding school?
Yes, but is this also like she having sort of, a wish of homoerotic, like fanfic or something? This is like she's walking.
It's homoerotic or just like she just wants these young men?
Oh, I don't know. I feel like she wants the young men to have each other.
Oh, okay.
But she's walking by doors. So this first door
passageway
is like
behind door number one.
Prep school door number 1.
Okay.
And besides, okay, back to the
here she comes down the hallway through the silk scarf. And then in this hallway, in this doorway,
a very young boy sitting on a chair with wings behind him. The wings seem attached to the chair, not to the boy. Okay, that's beside the point. But the boy has a bird that he throws at her. Okay, next door. After we go through silk. Okay, door number
3 is
it's like what's Greg Louganis picture? 6 cloned Greg Louganises with swim goggles on and Speedos standing in like a line.
Greg Louganis.
I don't know.
Quite the reference, babe.
Well, but that's what, just this blinds. You can't see their eyes because they have their goggles, and they're fit. So, and they're swimmers and they're lined up and somebody's throwing like a pail of water on them.
That's so clumsy.
It's like they're still. Okay.
Right. It's a vampire song. No, it's not a vampire song. Who knows what it is about? Anyway, the video surprising. I mean, I'm just surprised at how fruitful the video is.
Her hair is backlit to give the halo effect of this bad hairdo.
Yeah,
she's screaming from the boys are dancing. Here's a thriller.
Looks like the Sharks and the Jets. Or
that's very West Side Story. I can't believe anyone would agree to this video.
There's like so many videos though. Like somebody was like, "This is a good idea."
Wait till we do Separate Ways by Journey.
Total Eclipse of the Heart. Where do you think it ranked that year? This is in 1983.
Okay.
Billboard top songs.
I feel like it had to be number 1.
Number 1 for the year.
Oh,
for the year
of 83.
83.
God, well, I don't know what else was.
Well, no, I know, and I'm not saying you would, but like, what's your kind of gut feeling about the year in the early 80s? Where does this fall? Give me your best guess.
Number 4.
Number 4.
I feel like it was so.
I think you're really close. It is. YouTube viewers, check out our list here. It was number 6. But check out this list. Number 1, Every Breath You Take.
Wow. Yeah, I believe it.
Billie Jean.
Oh, Michael Jackson.
Flashdance.
What a feel.
Flashdance was number 3. Actually, a little surprised by that.
Yeah, no, that was
Down Under.
Oh my God, we come from a land down under.
I feel like to me 4 feels overrated for that song.
Agree, 100%.
It's so.
I can't believe it. They were that big.
Hitchy. It's so like
we were down. We were so into the Australians then.
They're not even Australian.
They're not?
No, they're from Scotland. It's like it's such a fucking joke. Beat It, number 5.
I had no idea they were from Scotland.
Yeah, number 5, Beat It.
Okay, so 2 Michael Jackson in the top 10.
Well, that's we're talking Thriller here, right? Maneater by Hall & Oates.
Yeah, but that's 7. That's after.
Number 7, right? And number 6 is Total Eclipse. And then
I love the song Maneater.
What's Baby Come On? Number 8, Patty Austin and James Ingram.
Come to
Baby.
Arms around you, Missy. This is another song from a soap opera. Come to Me. What was this?
I got it right here. Hold on. Baby Come to Me. Let's see. It was written...
General Hospital.
Oh, my gosh.
This is the era when I was watching General Hospital. So, yeah, I'm like, wait, this song, because it was so like, come to me, let me put my arms around you. It was so like...
But it was Patty Austin, James Ingram, with Michael McDonald contributing background vocals.
Featuring...
Produced by Quincy Jones.
Wow, Quincy. Good job, Quincy.
Wow. And then to round out the top... Maniac.
She's a maniac. Such a good song. I actually love this song.
Number 10, Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics. God, Annie Lennox.
Oh my God, this song was my favorite song then. This was my number one song that
Annie Lennox, I feel like
I feel like so
men in the 1980s must have been very confused about Annie Lennox. Like, how to feel about Annie Lennox. I mean,
she's so hot. Her voice is amazing.
She's very hot, and her voice is amazing. But there's something just very androgynous about her.
Oh yeah, good for her. Like making everyone guess.
Yeah,
but wasn't she married to the guitarist in her band?
I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Number 11 was Culture Club. Do you really want to hurt me?
Talk about gender bending.
yeah.
Boy George.
George.
We did not think he was gay. Everyone. We just thought he liked to dress that way. Like,
that's so crazy.
No, it was such a thing because, God, it was just, there was just no explaining him, but we loved him so much.
I find that hard to believe that people didn't know. But maybe that's just indication of like
83.
83, people.
But no, I'm 16. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you didn't know.
But also, you wouldn't have gone to school with people who were out. You wouldn't have.
Yeah. Well, true. No, I think that people would not admit it.
Yeah.
It wasn't well, actually, there was this boy, Charlie, in 8th grade who's quite happy to be out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's, wow, this kid.
Mm-hmm.
Confident. Let's see at the bottom of the list, babe. We'd love to.
Oh, yeah. I love to look at the bottom of the list. Yeah. So for 1983, coming at the very bottom, we have at number 100, Fall in Love with Me by Earth and Fire.
I don't know that song.
Shrug.
Breaking Us in Two by Joe Jackson. I love that song. They're always breaking.
What is Far From Over by Frank Stallone? Who's Frank Stallone?
Sylvester Stallone's brother.
Oh, my God.
For real.
Oh, my God. He totally is.
You know he is.
Frank Stallone is an American actor and musician, the younger brother and actor of filmmaker Sly Stallone.
Mm-hmm.
He's written music for Sylvester's movies. His song Far From Over appeared in the 1983 film Staying Alive and was included in the film's soundtrack.
Wow, it reached number 10 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Incredible. There you go.
Okay, well, no.
Well, true, but true must have been
But Joe
higher.
Jackson is amazing. You got lucky, Tom Petty. And you got lucky. You got lucky, babe. These are the bottom songs. They're good songs. Well, that is Breaking Us in Two is...
There's some good songs here. Photograph by Def Leppard. Oh, we got to do a Def Leppard song.
Oh, yes. They have a one-armed drummer.
They do have a one-armed drummer. Okay, let's wrap up here.
Sexy and 17. We need to do like a underage thing.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty
perv episode.
Crazy.
Yeah. So, So here we are back to Total Eclipse of the Heart.
I wish we could just play it.
Vampire song. Oh my gosh.
It's a vampire song, but also it's so like we have not I think that something we should always do when we talk about these is like what comes to mind from the song. Like
so for to me it's her her voice breaking. Every now and then I fall apart.
No, you know what though?
That's to me is like
if you hear this song, you never change the channel, do you?
No.
I want to hear it.
I'm not saying. That's what I'm saying. I like it.
Yeah, it's like it's this song you can sing to and be like a part of it. Like whenever you can like sort of fold yourself into a song and be a part of it and sing, it's so amazing. And also like, I don't know, that it like merges you to something.
Yeah.
You know? And so when I think of this song, I think of like top of my lungs, windows down, driving on PCH, just belting it out.
Sure.
And to me, that's like nothing better. So these kind of songs that are like high, you know what it is? This person, Bonny Tyler, poured her soul into this song.
Yeah.
When people do that, you have to love it.
Yeah. Well, according to some of the accounts, that's why Steinem picked her to record it, because he knew she could do it.
Yeah.
In a 2013 UK survey, the song came in first as the most popular song to sing in the shower.
That, I think, I like that. I want to, I'm sorry, I know you want to end, but what other songs are in that list?
To sing in the shower.
Well, what did they say on there?
Well, he said it came in above songs by Bieber, Robbie Williams, One Direction, and Elton John.
What would you sing in the shower?
Sing in the shower. Let's say, I mean, Elton John. I can't think particularly right now, but just kind of thinking about their alternatives. I mean, something like Rocket Man's a good shower song.
Don't you think Benny and the Jets?
Benny and the Jets.
Bunny and the Jets in the water.
The water's coming out.
Yeah, right? But
nice one, babe.
No, I know, but not that I know. I'm not trying to like puff myself up. But
well, One Direction, right? I could see like what was their first big hit?
Ruby.
It's a good like shower song.
First big One Direction hit.
Oh, What Makes You Beautiful?
Oh, next.
I was thinking of that one works. I was thinking of what's the one like Story of My Life.
Yes. This is the story of my.
Okay.
But
so,
would you sing that?
Story of My Life? No. I mean, maybe not necessarily, but I'm thinking of like a song that would really sound good in the.
Because One Direction, I don't even know if I would sing One Direction.
I'm looking at their list here. What do you got?
I don't know. Eagles. I'm always
Eagles, yeah.
Eagles, because like if I'm Desperado is probably my song.
Yeah, okay.
But I mean, I could
Desperado in the shower.
I think it depends on your mood, right?
Yeah.
But Hot and Cold by Katy Perry is a good shower song. Hot and Cold, right?
Yeah. If I'm brushing my teeth while you're showering and we get something really hot,
the cold
it fills the toilet. You do like that. Oh my gosh, yeah, you do.
But yeah, I don't know.
She says in the song, she says, "I really need you tonight. I really need you tonight. Forever's gonna start tonight."
Forever's gonna start.
I think of the ending scene in When Harry Met Sally.
Uh-huh.
Right? Remember when he says, when you realize who you want to spend the rest of your life with, you want the rest of your life to start as soon as possible.
Oh, that's so cute.
Right? I always love that line. And I'm getting little echoes of that with like,
That's nice. Yeah.
Forever's gonna start tonight.
Aw. All right, let's end on
that. It's so romantic.
So cute. Love you.
Bye, everyone. Tune in next time.
Thank you.